Michael Pittman Jr. has re-signed with the Indianapolis Colts on a 3-year, $70 million deal to return as Anthony Richardson's #1 target. Michael Pittman Jr. is an underrated NFL receiver who's going to be a great match for Anthony Richardson once he's back on the field, and we saw this in their first game of the 2023 season where Michael Pittman Jr. finished the game with 8 catches on 11 targets for 97 yards and a touchdown. Pittman is a strong overall receiver with a thick, long frame to operate as a true #1 and contribute in a variety of ways downfield or in yards after the catch or when attached to the line of scrimmage as a blocker. So let's get into tape so I can show you what he brings to the table. Now, taking a look at the first play, I want to show how Michael Pittman uses his hands at the release to keep hands off of his chest. Hand usage in the release is important for receivers to not get redirected in their route or allow defensive backs to throw off the timing of the route, and Pittman has great hand usage at his release. I'm going to slow this one down and watch how he uses his hands to swipe and get hands off of his chest and then attack the shoulder that the arm is extended from to create a step of separation against this defensive back. Now, taking a look at the next couple plays, let's get into his route running and nuance. At the release, he's going to give a wide A-step at the line of scrimmage to widen the corner. He's going to take the inside leverage, and just before his break on this dig route, watch how he uses his body to subtly get the push-off with the arm at full extension, leaning into the corner before breaking inside rather than an actual shove, which would have likely drawn a penalty here. Now, taking a look at the next route, I want to highlight his ability to decelerate and get in and out of his break at the stem of his route and work back to the quarterback. Some taller, thicker receivers can struggle to run routes working back to the quarterback, but not Pittman. He eats up space between him and this off corner while working his feet to decelerate and come back to the quarterback. He's going to make the catch here and fight for extra yards. This is a great route for a big, thick receiver on the outside. Now, taking a look at this next play, we get to see how he can be deployed as a red zone threat. On this play, we're going to use him to run this bluff rub route, making it look like he's going to be used to create inadvertent contact with this outside receiver. But in all reality, what he's going to do is he's going to bluff that rub, and once he sees these corners switch responsibility, he stacks that outside corner, bends it back inside into more of a post, and he's wide open in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Another aspect that's so important for today's NFL wide receiver to be able to win is versus zone coverage, and that's because of how often it's run in the NFL, and Pittman is great at regularly finding the soft spot versus zone coverage. On this play, he's going to throttle down and show his numbers to Minshew between the zones, but then he's going to feel this linebacker type drifting his direction, so he drifts to the opposite side of that 40-yard marker, keeping his numbers shown to Minshew the whole time. Once Minshew breaks the pocket, it draws that linebacker type because of where Pittman throttled down, and he has a nice quarterback-friendly throwing angle, and Minshew's able to get the ball to him here. Now, beyond just route running, I mentioned how Pittman has the big body and thick frame, but he also has the hands and ball adjustment skills to match. On this play, he goes up and high points his ball, securing the catch through contact, and on the next play, he's going to show the ability to adjust to off-target throws, dropping down and digging this ball out of the dirt, which is really, really impressive for a receiver of his size to be able to do on such short notice, and that's to be able to stop, drop to the ground, and bring this one in. On this next play, Pittman shows something rare for receivers at his size, and that's his fluidity of his movement skills with the ball in his hands to create yards after the catch. Michael Pittman Jr. is a good receiver to get the ball on now screens or shallow crossers with yards after the catch ability, but he also has the size that makes him a difficult tackle in space, especially for safeties and corners. The last part of Pittman's game that I want to look at is his willingness as a run blocker. He is willing to get involved in the run game with good technique and high effort. This is a big benefit, especially for a team like the Indianapolis Colts, who have a strong run game with Jonathan Taylor, but also quarterback Anthony Richardson. He is an asset of every facet of the game. Now, to summarize all this, Michael Pittman Jr. is a top 12 to 16 wide receiver in the NFL for me, who complements what the Colts do, and it makes him a great fit for their offense. Re-signing Pittman was an important thing for the Colts to get done this offseason, and they did it early in the process, and I'm excited to see what Pittman and Richardson can do going into a full 2024 season together. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for checking it out. If you like this video and like the NFL and are interested in the NFL draft, free agency signings, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel. But that's all I got for this one. Great signing by the Colts. Happy to see Michael Pittman back with the Indianapolis Colts in 2024. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.